I was shocked to have the Speaker of the House condemn mothers and children and grandmothers and parents and concerned citizens, clergy, lie on them and say that they were violent insurrectionists. And I think that he owes the people of Tennessee an apology, because at no point was there violence. At no point did we encourage violence. In fact, what we were doing was calling for the end of gun violence that is terrorizing our children day after day after day, and all we offer are moments of silence. It is in that spirit of speaking for my constituents, of being a representative of the people, that I approached this well on last Thursday, breaking a House rule, but exercising moral obedience to my constitutional responsibility to be a voice for my people, to be a voice for the Tennesseans who you choose not to listen to because of those NRA checks that are so hefty in your campaign funds. There comes a time where people get sick and tired of being sick and tired.
One of the questions that keeps coming back to my mind that I hope maybe you can answer is, when you say no action, no peace, what do you mean? What does Representative Jones mean by no peace? Thank you.
Representative Jones.
Thank you. I would invite my colleague from Putnam County to join any protest where that is a very familiar chant that usually goes, no justice, no peace. And I believe the roots of it lie in something that Martin Luther King stated, that true peace is not merely the absence of tension, but it is the presence of justice.
All right, so I just got done watching this buffoonery. There has been two lawmakers, I believe, that happen to be black, that have been removed. You know, the narrative is it's because they're black, which, you know, that's why I say narrative, because a lot of the times they're doing this kind of stuff on purpose, not because the people are black, but because they want to cause an uprising concerning black people, and racism is a good way to do it. So I don't believe by any means that this person is legit. I mean, he's throwing up all sorts of hand signals, free Masonic hand signals, because my thoughts on this is that they are trying to get rid of guns, and what better way to do it than to try to make it about children being killed and blackness. I mean, don't they talk with this kind of accent all the time? Oh, I am here for my people. And the other thing is, they're always going to quote a black man that has some kind of authority. Martin Luther King was a bull. I don't know if you know what that is, but it's some kind of fraternity, okay? And so a lot of these people are actually opposed opposition, and when they get out of line, they are killed. These black men and these black fraternities are here to uphold Pharaoh, okay? They have the same standards as Pharaoh. It's all to support the Babylonian system. This is fake. It gives you a little bit of hope, so that you feel like you're getting out of something. But not only did homie quote the Bible, they'll say there's peace where there's no peace. Well, maybe that's what's coming up, and so they are warning their own people concerning these things. But you're going to think the real peace is in getting rid of guns and this kind of stuff. All they're trying to do is start a military state. They're trying to take your guns because otherwise you can't fight back. What I'm saying is, I've been to Cuba, which is a communist state. Okay, there's not guns everywhere. You get caught with certain things, you're going to prison for life. But the lack of peace that these people have, because it is a dictatorship, you're not going to get any peace. It's the same thing over in North Korea. They can't own these kinds of things. No, there's no crime and this kind of stuff, but these people are miserable. I mean, most of us can't fight back. Come on, like, I know I can't fight back. I'm going to have to use every pot and pan in my household in order to take somebody out that comes into my house. All right? So next thing they'll do is they'll probably legalize that, so then you can't use that as weapons, because after all, it's not people that kill people, it's guns that kill people. Black people keep falling for this over and over. Like this, it's like a cycle. Like the same stuff happens over and over. We'll give them a little hope. We'll get some people that are going to represent their blackness and make it feel like things are moving. But at the end of the day, like, no man is your savior. Only the Father is your savior. And that's the problem. You haven't learned that. And now you're in the place where, you know, you're throwing up this sign, the Black Power sign, which is actually the sign of Osiris, from my understanding. Osiris, Ra, Horus, one of the three. That's what they used to do. And also that Black Panther sign, that's from an Egyptian god. And where were the Hebrews, the very black Hebrews, scattered into? They were scattered into Egypt for 430 years, which there is a pyramid on the back of the $1 bill. Why is that? Because America was part of Egypt at one point, and that's where you black people got scattered into, and you're still here 404 years later. The numbers vary. Like, some people say that the slaves came here first in like the 1500s. when are you going to wake up? Like, you're worshiping the slave master's God. They always try to say the opposite. Oh, Jesus is the white God, but actually his name was not Jesus. There's plenty of iconography in Russia that was found in their catacombs where the Messiah was literally black and his name was not Jesus. It was Yehoshua. And there's actually evidence, historical evidence of the Messiah being born in Ethiopia. Oh my God. There's historical evidence of the Hebrews being black. They said that they looked just like the Coptic people and the Cushites. They said that they could not tell them apart concerning their appearance. So to sit here and try to say that Christianity is a white man's religion, that's a lie. It's the complete opposite. It started off with black people and then it spread around the world. Constantine is the one that butchered it because he wanted political gain. That's why he introduced a false Christ, and that's why the Catholic Church takes after Constantine and all his pagan sun-worshipping beliefs, because that's who he was. So you guys are throwing up this fist of Ra or Osiris or Horus, and you're doing the Black Panther sign, which literally represents death. Like, you don't know who you worship. That's why you're still where you're at. So you can still try to coax people into loving you and accepting you, but it's not going to work because you descend from the Hebrews. They hate you. If they are descendants of Esau or Amalekites or Assyrians, they're going to hate you because you carry the seed of God. So stop getting behind these people. They are deceivers. They're being paid to do these kinds of things to cause social turmoil, political unrest, and to keep you hating people that don't need to be hated. I quite frankly am glad that at least that guy is out of office. I don't want to get rid of guns. I don't want to take away constitutional rights. And it's crazy because you're trying to use children as leverage. But what about the streets, okay? People are killing each other through the food that they eat, through these chemicals in the air, through your vaccinations. People are dying by a variety of means, not guns. And gun violence is actually probably one of the lowest types of violences. So let's be real. Don't fall for the BS.